Hello, beautiful people. I'm Aniya, your host, and welcome to today's episode of Aniya's Journal. Hello. On today's podcast, we'll be talking about the short story Everyday Use written by author Alice Walker, specifically the literary analysis I had to write about it. In my analysis, I wrote about the theme of the short story and the elements that Alice Walker used to convey the theme. Now, the theme of everyday use is the importance of heritage. She used the elements symbolism, characterization, and conflict to convey this theme. My thesis was exactly that she used those three elements to convey the theme of the importance of heritage. How did I come to this thesis? Throughout the entire story, the main conflict between the mother, Mama, and the eldest daughter, Dee, is the difference in opinions they have on how someone should express or appreciate their heritage. Dee, the oldest daughter, is she has more of a newer way of thinking about heritage, while Mama has more of a traditional way of thinking. Dee believes that she should show off the things of her heritage, put them on display to show her appreciation, while Mama believes that she should use these things that represent, her heritage. She should use them with the purpose that they were intended to be used. An example would be the quilts. Mama wants to give the quilts to Maggie because Maggie would use the quilts every day and the way that they were meant to be used. Dee, on the other hand, wants to use the quilts so she can hang them up and put them on display for everyone to show off her heritage. She wants to do this because she believes that using them every day would almost be like disrespecting the heritage in a way. She believes things like that should be, shown off. They should be represented in that way. While Mama, on the other hand, believes that the way that to respectfully show off one's heritage is to, use the things that they have in their family the way that they're supposed to be used. Alice Walker, she uses symbolism, characterization, and conflict throughout the entire story to show this, to show the different ways of thinking that Mama and Dee both have, the contrast between them. A little background into the story that might help understand the theme a little bit more. The story takes place in Georgia in the late 1960s to the 1970s. Now, Mama, she wasn't able to get an education like her daughter Dee was. Dee was privileged enough to be able to be sent off to receive an education, where she met her boyfriend, or Hakeem Ababa, and where she was introduced to this new age of thinking about heritage and specifically African American heritage. Okay, so now just to go over what we've already said. Short story Everyday Use is about a mother and a daughter, and also includes her sister Maggie, who have this conflict, and they have each person has a different way of thinking about heritage and how they should represent it or appreciate it and show it off, and the way that the author Alice Walker does this, the way that she shows this to the readers, is she uses 3 literary elements: symbolism, characterization, and conflict. Each of these elements help the reader understand just how different Mama and Dee are, and helps the reader understand the importance of heritage, which is what Alice wanted to convey. Well, thank you for listening to today's podcast. Again, I'm your host, Aniya, and this is Aniya's Journal.